Around at the back I am testing out the strawbale, and it is an experiment. It's not a production. It's an experiment how the plants react, how well they do, and whether I get infested by these snails. And no, here I don't. Normally, under normal circumstance, these are two types of melon, watermelon and honeydew melon, and they jalapeno pepper and a miniature tomato, and as you can see, they're growing fine, no snails, because it's a straw. If you can, they can come down the wall all they want, but I've made a barrier, so I was successful here. Normally by now the two melons would be completely eaten. The tomato leaves would be full of holes, and they would have devoured this young pepper plant. So in terms of the successfulness of the straw bale, I can tell you they are an absolute deterrent to pests. And then in the middle here I've put turmeric and ginger. They haven't come up yet, that was a few weeks ago. Another evidence that is a deterrent to pests, I had to clean and wash some strawberries and mix it in with the kefir from the garden, wash them in vitamin C because the snails had eaten some bits on the other side of the house, but here in the straw bale, absolutely perfect, not eaten. This is my little experiment. It's important. I mean, maybe in an emergency where I had to, I would be more aggressive, but I saved this. They had almost killed this Savoy cabbage. In here it's safe. The tomato here is not doing too well, but that's an experiment. I want to see. The lettuce love it. The onions are fantastic. The strawberries survive. Right in the bale, the lettuce are going just a few weeks, absolutely massive. I've never had such success with lettuce. The bok choy has bolted, well, such is life. And watching the behaviour of the plants, I have time, I can take time to watch the behaviour to see how plants react. This lettuce here, it's a different variety, it's slower, it's not too happy in the straw. The carrots are coming up, they love it. And also are coming up turmeric and Chinese, some kind of Chinese leaf lettuce or something. And now my biggest experiment was because they ate it, and I had to go to the garden store and get some sugar snap peas. They've been in there for 2 or 3 days, and by now would have been eaten, so the barrier is working here. As of the last amount, I mean, the cabbage would have been gone. The sugar snap peas would have been devoured by now of these snails. I mean, who created these creatures? You see, it's a small garden, they just eat everything, destroy everything. And I don't want to kill them. And I'm not going to use any form of funny sprays. Someone tried to sell me they said it was natural, biological, and I gave it back to them. When I read it, I understood very well that it said do not spray on food and fruit that you're going to consume. So it was supposed to be tea tree oil. I'll just make my own. I'll get some tea tree or whatever different essential oils, and I'll just make my own spray. But as you see here, it's not needed. The straw does work. So straw bales are a superior deterrent to pests, and especially snails and slugs. They just don't they won't be coming over that surface. So that's just an update. This is an experiment to show the effectiveness of planting in straw bales.